Hi viewers, welcome to another episode of your Daily Rant. Um, I'm your host. Um, just call me the Decipher. I decipher through bullshit. I will looking through bullshit and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Now, I'm not here to babysit your feelings, and I'm gonna tell you like it is. A few days ago, literally maybe 1 or 2 days ago, I posted a video about how I did a massive rant, and I just pour out my frustration really. Like all my fucking life, it's just one fucking shebang. It's like we are not expecting anything positive at all every day when I wake up. Huh? Okay, right now, I have a coffee in front of me right now. I haven't even had my coffee yet, and I just woke up this morning, and guess what I found? If you can see in the prompt, the thumbnail, it will make a lot of sense. Literally, no, I don't want to look like I'm making shit up. I want to play it again from their own source. Listen.
Moments ago, the president posting this major announcement. We want to read it to you in full. Here it is. Iran promised to open the Strait of Hormuz, and they knowingly failed to do so, the president writes. This caused anxiety, dislocation, and pain to many people and countries throughout the world. They say they put mines in the water, even though all of their Navy and most of their mine droppers have been completely blown up. So there you have it. The meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. Effective immediately, the president states, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. At some point, we will reach an all being allowed to go in, all being allowed to go out basis, but Iran has not allowed that to happen by merely saying there may be a mine out there somewhere that nobody knows about but them. This is world extortion, and leaders of countries, especially the United States of America, will never be extorted. I have also instructed our Navy to seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. No one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas. We will also begin destroying the mines the Iranians laid in the straits. Any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell. The president writes, Iran knows better than anyone how to end this situation which has already devastated their country. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft and radar are useless. Khomeini and most of their leaders are dead, all because of their nuclear ambition. The blockade will begin shortly. Other countries will be involved with this blockade. Iran will not be allowed to profit off this illegal act of extortion. They want money, and more importantly, they want nuclear. Additionally, and at an appropriate moment, we are fully locked and loaded, and our military will finish up the little that is left of Iran. President Donald J.
Trump. Oh my goodness. I thought I've seen it all, but this one just take it to a whole different level. Uh, you know, by doing this, I went to, there was this guy that I found that kind of explained very well exactly what has led to this situation from his perspective. And that's something about me. I like to listen to people who know a little bit better than me, or they have a much more better knowledge. But there was this guy that really gave a sublime explanation on what has led America to this point. I know there's a lot of Americans too, they don't know this. It's quite very surprising to me that there seems to be a lot of misinformation over there. And I'm actually just finding this out to myself for the very first time. I actually didn't know this was a thing. Nah, that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, there it is. And it's quite shocking that let me play this video from this guy, and he explained it a little bit much more better than I would do because I don't live there. And that's something about me. I'm very fair. When I see things, when it makes sense to me, when it resonates with me, I listen to it. Listen to this man explain from his perspective why America is in this situation.
Let's recap on how we got here and what's actually going on. First off, Obama had a deal with Iran. It was a non-proliferation treaty to where they weren't going to produce nukes. They were only going to produce, I think it was like 3.5% enriched uranium. Part of that deal, we gave them $1.7 billion as part of a dispute over a arms treaty that had went awry in the 70s. Basically, we gave them their money back. So for a whopping total of $1.7 billion, Iran agreed to release some prisoners and to not create nuclear weapons. Trump comes along and says he doesn't like that deal, and so he rips it up. Now, mind you, Obama did this in 2015, right? It had already been on the books for a while. Trump's term, he comes in, he rips it up. Doesn't want anything to do with it. We had no idea why he did this. My suspicion is that Netanyahu told him to. But that's just my personal feeling on that, and I can't verify that, so I'll leave that alone. So Trump's second term comes around, and he says, hey, you guys aren't letting inspectors in. We don't know where you're at. Tell us what's going on. And Iran says, fuck you. That's what Iran says. You tore up the deal. We don't have a treaty anymore. Why should we let you into our facilities? Why should we let you do anything? So Trump gets mad and he bombs them. But he gave him 2 weeks warning in advance before he bombed them. So even if they had nuclear capabilities, they had opportunity to move it. But that didn't stop Trump from claiming he took it by total obliteration of their nuclear program. But they want to do another deal. Said, all right, that's fine. Let's do this. So Iran sits down, EU folks are there, and they're negotiating on what they're going to be allowed to do and not allowed to do. And instead of like 3% enrichment, they decide they're going to go with 1.5% enrichment. They're going to allow inspectors in, and they're going to let a third party handle all their nuclear material. While they are at the negotiating table, Trump attacks them again. Why? Don't know. Again, I'm going to guess Netanyahu, but it has to do with the total incompetence of Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. In our first wave of attack, we end up killing over 100 young girls because we blew up a girls' school. That should have been the end of all of this, and it wasn't. In return, Iran retaliates and says, fuck you, we're not negotiating, we're not anything, you can fuck off, Donald Trump. Iran starts to put the hurt on the global economy, blocking the Strait of Hormuz, smoking American installations across the entire area, and royally showing Donald Trump he has no idea what the fuck he's doing or what he's talking about. They gave him the big F you. Trump now wants to make a deal because gas prices are going sky high. Food costs are going to go up, and he knows it's going to cost him the midterm election. So he's trying to cut a deal with Iran. Iran still says, fuck you, we don't trust you. Every time we've tried to talk to you, you've attacked us. So fuck off. Trump and Hegseth bit off a bigger piece than they could fucking chew. Everybody else knew it. They didn't. They said they didn't. That leads to the idea that they're just totally incompetent. Now, the orange turd is threatening to commit war crimes against Iran if they don't come to the table and work out a deal. And we're sending in ground troops on top of it. So now our American service members are going to be slaughtered because Trump is an incompetent piece of shit. So that $1.7 billion that Obama gave Iran was their money to start with. But even if it wasn't, it was still far cheaper than what is happening right now. We're spending almost $1 billion a day or some shit like that. So out of the two, who got a better deal for the American people? Obama or Trump? So Trump and Hegseth can fuck right off. And I truly hope they acquiesce before more American service members die. And to be very clear, I'm not mad at Iran. Not one bit. They're literally just defending themselves. If I were them, I would probably be doing the same shit. So this is all Trump's fault. You don't get to blame Iran. You don't get to blame anybody else. When you look at those gas prices, blame Trump. When you look at those boxes that come back with our service members in them, blame Trump. All of this lies squarely on Trump. Every single fucking bit of it. The schoolgirls, the Strait of Hormuz, all of it is on Trump. 100 fucking percent.
Thank you very much. Please, if you please go and find this man on his social media on TikTok and go and give him a follow and subscribe. I'll be back. All right. That is where, give me a second. All right, there you go. Quickly, I just want to say one more thing. Thank you to guys who give me subscribe or just new subscribers. Thank you. I do appreciate the support. And this is why I'm going to speak bluntly. Now, I don't live in America. I live here in Australia. All right. Yeah, I'm streaming all the way from Australia for this is my Aussie viewers. So, see, this is the thing. Let me tell you something that the news is not going to tell you. This shit is about to get worse. I'll tell you why. This shit is about to get worse. The cost of living that we're still whinging here that is still high. Nah. This shit about to go off the roof. Because I've said this 2 weeks ago. I said this is going to happen. Okay? There's going to be some justification for whatever it is. Prepare yourself. What war is going to happen? Not that you like it or not. Because a few days ago, France, they're implementing to start forcing 18-year-olds for them to start registering into the military. Germany has done their own. Very soon, England is going to come up with their own. China is always ready. Russia, always ready. You understand? And innocent lives will get lost because of the pride and ego of some of the most inflated bastards that we have in this world. Yes, I call them bastards. All of them. And if you tell me that, how are you so confident to talk like this? You're just a podcaster. No, I'm a living citizen of this planet, of this earth. So I have fucking right to say something. I do have right. I have right to speak my words. Because at the end of the day, they get rich by enslaving my time. Because I need to work my ass off to pay some fucking stupid tax so that they can allocate those fundings to the military organization. So they can build more weapons and they can go and threaten other more countries. Literally. That's what it's always been. It's still the same format, the same game, the same situation. Do you understand how desensitized we are now in this world that just a loss of one life doesn't mean nothing anymore? Somebody died. Throw the person away. It's like we're so numb to it now. Like killings is nothing anymore. There is no, oh my God. Not about the life of a family of somebody that just died. Now nobody gives a shit. We're so desensitized to it so much. This shit is Americans, you think you're buying your gallon at whatever $7. Oh, this shit is about to go up. Oh, you guys will be whining like a mother sucker. And I love it. I tell you why I love it. I remember during the election 2 years ago, it's one of my old videos. If you go to the live session, because I only do live streaming, I don't post videos and all this nonsense. So if you enjoy my content, go and watch all my live streams. I do lives. I don't have time editing and cutting. I don't have time for that. But the thing is that I said it that I said, now I'm not problem with you Americans. Pick your leader. Is your leader. Pick him however you want to pick him. But the bottom line is that be ready for what is going to come out of this. Because the day that I knew he was going to win, you know the day? It was the day he got shot. Oh, I came live and I said, oh, he just become the president. Oh, and he's going to come with all that smoke. You feeling the smoke now, innit? Vote for a woman. I cannot vote for a woman. Oh, she's feminist. Oh, she's this, she's that. Everything that woman has said, to be fair, she too, they didn't prepare her very well for the election. Now you're paying the consequences now. Listen, let me tell you guys, this is the one that you're not going to hear in the news. Okay? It's called the sins of the father. It travels from one generation to the other. The only way this entire world can come to peace, let me tell you something. Germany, France, Belgium, Sweden, Netherlands, all these countries, if you're any country that you've physically dominated another place, go and seek apology. Until that happens, nothing is going. Listen, it's just going to jump from one situation to another. Nothing is going to change. Nothing. It's going to jump from one situation to the other. You think this is just going to be the end of this war? No, it's not. This is just the start. What is telling you now? Look at this. Let me paint you the best example that you can think about. When this nonsense started within the Gaza Strip, it was Hamas went to Kaboom, Israel's. Kaboom, then about 2,000 people. Just think about 2,000 people, according to what we heard. They say died. 2,000 people. We're not talking about chickens or goats. 2,000 living creatures died. Then what Israel said, oh, you Marasoka, you. I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, give it to them. Then destroy. Now, all the kids who died in Israel, do you think they're ever going to forgive the guys in the Hamas? Are they supposed to forgive the lives that was taken? Are they supposed to just let it fly? Now flip it to the other side. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians that died. You think those kids, they're going to grow up and they'll say, one day we're going to sing Kumbaya? You think they're going to forgive? This is why I said it's like we're just shoving this trauma, we're shoving it like a cart, we're just passing on to the next generation. Next generation will take it on board. Then we'll continue the same cycle. This shit is not going to end. Think about it. All these developed countries, tell me, what is their biggest budget? War. War is their biggest budget at all time. They can stock up so much weaponry to defend what? Because you know your hands are not clean. You know your hands are not clean. That is why I call it the sins of the father. We're gonna keep lumping it. I'm telling you, go and check. I counted it every year since 1950. Since 1950, there's been 30-something official wars in this world. Official. Kaboom, one side to the other side. Non-official, that's extra 50. Like the one that didn't make the big headline, the big news, that's about 50. Literally. Every year we've had one major calamity and disaster. Why? Because it's never enough. Because that is the only way this world seems to be making money. I showed my audience the other day on the live stream. This is the fall of American their dynasties. Your dynasty is over Americans. I'm telling you. You see all those your what do you call it? All these your politicians. Go and start squeezing them like lemon. Squeeze those marasokas. Squeeze them tight. They need to start bringing new jobs back. They need to start building factories so that you can start earning. In America, you're making, how much was it? $7 an hour? Me, work 7, are they crazy? You can't even tell me that nonsense yet for me to pay me $7 an hour for me to work. That is slavery job. And a lot of people have taken matters into their own now. They started looking at all those. I think I have a video about it actually. It's been going on now. People are taking matters into their own hands. I'm like, fuck that. You think I'm lying? Let me give you this fresh one that I saw lately. Yeah, it was it's a beautiful thing. I said this a couple of months ago, I think at the start of the year. It's like, if you truly want to have change, we have to make them extremely fucking uncomfortable. And I've told you, if you think all these crooks, you think the ones that are wearing all these hoodies and gangster, no, those are not they're not the criminals. Do you know the best criminals in this world? They don't wear hoodies. They don't dress like I do. They wear suits and ties. Those are the most complicated thugs in this world because they're very educated and they're backed by the law. The law is like a dildo. Pause, no DD. They will shove the law right into your ass and there's nothing you can do about it. They will justify it because the law have all kind of technicalities. Yeah, that's what the law is. The law will stick it, shove it right into your ass. That's what the law is. But people are taking matters into their own, and I'm loving this story. Yeah, burn it down. Burn everything down. Stupid people. You're working all these slavery jobs you're doing over there. I don't get it. Why you guys are just thinking about it now? Let me show you. Tell them.
Hoping that worker burning down millions of miles of factory because they're not being paid is going to be a micro trend. It's not. It's actually what happens when you prove to people their words don't matter. When I can elect you to be a public servant and you can come out of a meeting and go la 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 when I give you my grievances. When I show you article after article of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people losing their jobs because you outsource them to a computer that doesn't do the job better, it just saves you money. But when the cost of Netflix is up, YouTube is up, food prices are up, rent is up, gas is up. Don't be surprised when people say, if it's up, then it's stuck. We're sending billions of dollars to foreign bodies that don't want to fight their own wars. But you haven't had a raise that was more than $1 in 5 to 7 years. Your car payment is almost $1,000 a month. You haven't had insurance in almost a decade. And the CEO of the company you work for's salary is $29 million, while your tax dollars pay for $1 million missiles that get launched at children. That dude throwing the Molotov at Sam Altman's house, the fire being set at that factory, this is reality coming to a head because you guys are delusional. You guys think that there's enough Netflix and enough TV to keep everyone pacified until you realize there's no pacifying being homeless, facing eviction, daily starvation. Even the slowest of us are not going to be focused on TV when we can't afford to live. These events are not blips. They're signs of things to come. This is a warning. There are no peaceful negotiations with people whose response to you is sheer violence. When you gradually create multiple generations of people with nothing to lose, decreasing jobs, decreasing wages, a decreasing ability to purchase homes, and a destabilized, unsustainable way of life, they're going to respond. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. There's no threatening people with a loss of wages, a loss of employment, or a loss of high quality of life when they don't have any of those things. You're going to see this happen way more. Good.
First Lady Melania Trump's bestie of 20 years, Amanda.
Before we even get, I don't want to do Melania just yet. Let's wait. Let's sit on this for a second. All right. Americans, I don't know what is taking you guys this long. Literally. You have to squeeze their nuts. Pause. No Didi. But you got to squeeze them. You understand? Listen, one man. You know, the way my brain works is that I put up a computer that day. I went on ChatGPT. As you well know, everybody has surrendered their life to ChatGPT like Jesus Christ. I surrender myself a little bit to ChatGPT and I Google it. If you have $1 billion, how long is it going to take you to spend it? $1 billion. As if you spend $1 million every day, I think memory serves me. I think if you spend $1 million every day, I think it's going to take you about 3 to 4 years before you finish spending it every day. Abby, am I wrong? Wait. What am I even saying? If you spend $1 billion a day, all right, 1 billion, and I spend 1 million daily. How long will it take me to spend it all? All right, let's do a math on this live stream. Sharp. Aha. Okay, there you go. So if I have $1 billion and I spend $1 million every day, it's going to take me 2 years and 2.74 years. So technically it's going to take me about 3 years to spend $1 billion. One man is worth an average 800, 600 billion. Waiting happen. What do you want to buy? How much money do you need? The level of greed with all this corporation is fucking next level. Huh? Let's check it. Elon Musk has 600. Let's say his net worth is about 600 to 800 million. Let's say in the middle is 700. What about 700 billion? Huh? What about 700 billion? How long? If you have $700 billion and you have to spend $1 million every day. Bam, 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 bam. Are you ready? It's gonna take Elon Musk or whatever his name is. It's gonna take him 1,981 years. Let me say it again. It will take him 1,918 years if he spend $1 million daily. That is how much money he has. Literally. And you're getting $7 an hour. Shit. You can't make this shit up, I swear to God. You cannot. $1 million a day is gonna take him 1,918 years before he can finish spending the money that he has. And yet, a lot of people live in the street. They can put food on the table. They have the worst health system in the entire fucking civilized world. I found out some of my friends in America, they told me that if you know how much money they have to pay in insurance too is another hustle. Join with the banks. And you tell me some roadman yet selling a little cover for him to be able to put food on the table is a criminal. You're a fool. You are a fool. The real criminals, they don't walk around, they don't hold knives. The real criminals, they hold pen, they wear suit. They speak proper English. They can articulate themselves the best way you can find it. Yeah, I'm not saying those ones too are good, but you know what I mean. But that is the truth. You guys have been sitting on this. You guys should be doing this a long time ago. Go on, burn everything down, destroy everything. Let me tell you something now. The COVID let me understood something. During the COVID, if they decide today they want to pass a law to tell you that you have to pay extra 10% more tax, what can you do to stop it? Let's be realistic. What can you do? COVID let me really understand something is that if they decide to isolate and shut everything down, there is nothing we can do about it. Literally. We're just going to whinge, we're going to complain, go back to work again, we're going to pay. That's it. There is nothing we can do about it. Nothing. There is nothing we can do about it. If they decide today they're going to increase the cost of living today by 10%, what can you do about it? Nothing. 2 days ago, I was looking at some of the grocery stores here. They say the organic section. There is nothing in the grocery stores that is organic. Nothing. Even the fruit and the vegetables that you buy, they are not organic. The food that we eat is fucked up. The air that we breathe is fucked up. The road that we drive on is fucked up. The funding to go and deal with things that need to be dealt with is all kind of scams in whatever situation you want to find. People are literally struggling to put food on the table, to have someone to put their heads on. Nah, Americans, you got to do something a little bit more than that. Somebody say, yeah, but at a certain point, how much money is enough? That's the point. It's never enough. It's not about money. You got to understand something now. You see, majority of these so-called billionaires, they are fucked up in the head. They are not normal. Let me say it again. They are not normal. Many of them are psychologically cooked in the head. They're not normal people. You think there's a level of money that you have that you just want to go into the sunset. You just want to live the best of your life. Less headache. You can put food on the table. You can buy whatever you need to buy. You don't need to worry yourself about anything. Those things are great. That is somebody you have the conscience in your mind to look at how much money do I need? Elon can buy all the car. He can buy every major businesses on the planet of this earth. How many can he be in at the same time? Just one. But it's never enough for these bastards. They want more. AI is come and take your job. AI. I just saw a video today. This one just really, It cracked me up so much that I don't even want to say I want to laugh. I just have to say, okay, yeah, what can we do about it? Huh? Somebody sent me a video about what's it called? AI is now taking their jobs. They've used artificial intelligence to have a restaurant. I thought I was joking. Wait. AI restaurant in America. Blew my mind. They literally have AI now that will cook your food, do everything. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. So what are people going to eat? So, so you're already paying them below the minimum wage. It's not enough. Now you include this.
California, that's where the world's first ever fully autonomous AI-powered restaurant has opened, complete with burger flipping bots.
This automated grill gives the meat its sizzle as this restaurant goes robotic.
For this burger, it would take about 120 seconds.
Cali Express by Flippy is the world's first AI-powered eatery. There's new technology outside the kitchen, too.
A cheeseburger.
Order kiosks use facial recognition to remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay. Then watch the robots work. No humans required.
We can't get enough people to come out to work on fryers and grills and their dangerous jobs. And this automation helps solve a lot of those issues.
62% of restaurants report being understaffed. Industry experts say most of those unfilled jobs could be done by robots.
Is that a joke? That must. I don't think I heard what you said very well. Did he just say that they don't want to? Is that a joke?
To remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay. Then watch the robots work. No humans required.
No humans required. Are you telling me that? Yes, maybe I'll take some jobs. I bet the person who cared about horses can have a car. Oh my God. Oh. For the love of money is the root of all calamity. You cannot make this shit up. So if they start having this, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take matters into our own hand. I said this during the COVID period, made me realize something. Go and buy a lot. I don't know how you're going to get money. All right? Find money. Buy a lot of food that could last you 6 months. Or go and get on Ozempic or something to stop you from eating. Let's all rebel. Let us not go to work for 6 months. Until they pass the law that will benefit us, nobody should go back to work. Until we find a way to hurt the bottom line, which is the stakeholders. Unfortunately, the stakeholders, they look like you and I. Some of you have this stake in all these companies too. Don't lie. You have shares in all this company. Don't lie. Until we get to the point, we need to hurt them at the bottom line. And that is money. It's the only God that they believe in. Statistics and numbers, the bottom line is money. Until we find a way to hurt their bottom line, nothing is going to change. You think your politicians, you think they're the one they're passing the law? Don't be a fool. Your politicians are not passing the law. The politician, go and check all of them. They all buy all kind of shares. They all sell all kind of shares. They all have insider. I was watching something today, and it shows how which of this video it is. I think it's one of these ones. I don't even want to go to these ones here. That one is a juicy news, but we'll get on that one later. You understand? They're passing a lot of laws now. Before you know, they buy shares. Before you know, there'll be a spike. Boom. How do you know? They're making billions of dollars. Do you guys understand? Since this war started, every year, every day, America is losing over $1 billion. How much? They talk about the housing crisis in America. Yeah, housing crisis. Okay. But we have technology that can cook food for you without the need of anybody. So you want to tell me that they can't harness the same technology to build house without the need of anybody? Really? Really? Because it's never been about fixing the problem. The old government system is about diagnosing a problem and tell you that they're going to fix it. And that is a promise. So if they tell you they're going to do something this year, you best believe you have to wait 15 years because the next person that come in line will do exactly the same thing. This is not just in America. It's in every established society in this world. It's not just in America. It's every fucking way. You would think any kind of, say, a political leadership or whatever it is, you think they're coming from the place of, you know what, left side, right side, I don't agree with you, but the bottom line is that whatever action they need to take, it needs to benefit the citizen. Their action always benefit the complete opposite. One man is worth over $700 billion. And that man will invest his money in whatever he wants to buy. In those places, they don't even pay tax. Ladies and gentlemen, I live here in Australia. If you go and check it, we did a check on my live stream a couple of months ago. Do you know I pay more tax living here in Australia than companies that's worth 20-something billion dollars? Let me say it again for the viewers to listen. There are companies making billions of dollars. I don't even make $1 million. I pay more tax than these companies do here in Australia. It is not a second knowledge. It is a fact. Companies making billions of dollars, I pay more tax than they do. Tell me, in what world does that even make any sense? In what world does that make any sense? We did an estimation. It's just an estimation. So which means we don't even have the correct numbers. Estimation. Since COVID period, let me give you guys some data, some information you don't know. Here in Australia, since COVID period, the banks, not gross net, they've made over $120 billion in profit. Let me say it again. The banks here in Australia, since COVID, 6 years ago, in 6 years, they've made over $120 billion in profit. Let that make sense. That is not even the net profit, the overall money they've all accumulated. In profit, they've made over $120 billion in profit. And yet, we have every day in this country here, about 9 people unalive themselves daily. You heard me right? I ain't stalling. Is it fact? Data is there. 9 people unalive themselves in this country. Out of that 9, 2 or 3 are women. The other 7 or 9 are men. Daily in this country. And a bank is making over 100. 2 days ago, I did a video on the live stream. A woman, this shit is crazy. A woman worked for 45 years in a bank. Do you know what they gave her when she retired? They gave her a pin. And they gave her flowers. And they told her to come and have a coffee. And the woman worked. Let's say the woman is paid $150,000 Australian annually since the day she started. Do you know in total she made $6.6 million in 45 years? Ladies and gentlemen, go and Google it. How much does a CEO makes in a bank in a year? They make on an average, in a year, they make on an average $8 to $10 million. So that woman worked for 45 years. She couldn't even make what that one CEO will make in 1 year. That is including inflation. You cannot make this shit up. I'm tired. That is how much money. The Commonwealth Bank here in Australia is worth $308.66 billion. And this woman served you for 45 years and you gave her a pin and a flower and for her to have coffee with the senior management. You cannot make this shit up. So We need to squeeze their nuts. You understand? Someone say, no, what can we do? This is why I said if they decide to pass a law today, because, okay, petrol is going up, petrol, diesel, whatever is going up. Okay, what is the solution now? What do you think they're going to do to fix this? They're going to start cutting money somewhere. You understand? They're going to start cutting money somewhere. And which money do you think they're going to cut? You think they're going to cut those deals they have with those corporations? You think they're going to go and squeeze those corporations nuts to get some money out of them? No, they're not going to do it. I don't think some people truly understand how crazy this is. In the population here in Australia, we are literally under 28 million people living in Australia. Out of that 28 million, in less than 6 years, we've coughed out $120 billion in profit. In profit. So, this corporation, they never give a shit about us. The leadership that we have, they're all crooked they're all crooked than a crooked spoon. They so lip service and bullshit. It's all lip services and bullshit. There is nothing. You cannot tell me that you're doing things with morality. This world, there is no morality with all this leadership. None of them have any good, decent moral bull in their body. They don't have it. They're mean-spirited. They're selfish as it comes. They're very self-centered. In fact, they're delusional. Yeah, in Australia, during the election, there was one of the politicians said, how much is eggs cost again? He doesn't even know how much eggs cost because he's never been to buy one yolk of egg in 20-something years. And you say that person, you want him to lead you? They don't care. They've never cared. They just lip services, and you're going to believe it. I vote for red. I vote for blue. They're the birds of the same feather. Nothing has changed. They're the same people. It's never been about for the interest of the citizen. It's always to their best interest. They're the ones who get the best deals. Because go and check. As soon as they say they live in the government department, for some reason there's a executive job laying down waiting for them whenever they're ready because they have inside information on all this corporation. Capitalism at the finest. Oh, democracy. We want a democratic world. You're a fool. You're a fool. You're a fool. A big fool. Idiot. If you think that your democracy is a lie. It's a fugazi. It's a lie. And there's a change in God. My American brothers and sisters, let me tell you, go and start learning how to speak Mandarin. Ni hao ma. Shay ni. Because you need to start kissing China ass now. Because your president will say, China. China. Yeah, go and learn how to speak China. Yeah, you better learn it. And look at China. Of all this world, they're the only one that is benefiting. Why? Because everybody now will now lead to them. And I've been screaming this. Even here in Australia, we need to do exactly the same. I know none of them watch my show, so I don't need to worry. So I can speak freely. I'm a nobody. But America, go and do the same thing. Turn yourself into an asset. Because let me tell you something. Your economy is backed by your currency is backed by gold. You're wasting your time. How much gold do you have that is going to cover your debt? You're the only country living on the planet of this earth that your debt is going to be almost $45 to $50 trillion by the end of this year. Your debt is going to be at $45 to $50 trillion by the end of this year. You understand? Go and learn how to speak Ni hao ma. Turn yourself to an asset. Don't wait for all these politicians. Start learning. Another problem that I've observed from Americans is that their egos get bruised easily, because once you say that they're not best at anything, it really hurts their feelings. And I'm very happy about it that it hurts your feelings. Go and learn. Go and acquire the best knowledge you can from China. China might help you. Go and learn how they develop all their technology, so you can start building your own factory. You become an asset. This is how the world works. If you are not an asset, then you are a liability. So as a liability of an economy, you need to depend on what other people produce. So as long as they don't produce that thing, you always going to spend twice as much to get it rather than prepare it for yourself. It's the same thing in my home country. Nigeria is the same thing. We have a lot of oil, but we have the crookedest leadership that the world has always established. Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian, for you don't know. Go and check our history. We never had good leadership. The biggest problem in every civilization has always been leadership. If you have a crooked leadership, the citizen will pay for it. It will pass on from one generation to another generation to another generation until when you guys are ready to put a foot on the ground. I am not voting to be a leader. I don't want to be. I don't think I'm just an advocate. We need good leadership. Good leadership, they are not hungry bastards. No. Money. Sign this deal. It's money. Yet the citizens are dying every day. And now we're not even talking about the Epstein file. Epstein file is another one. But let me finish the point about Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have the crooked leadership. Let me give you the best analogy that I can give you when it comes to resources in Africa. Gold, diamond, uranium, whatever you want to call it. Every natural resources you think on the planet of this earth. We even have one called Tanzania, whatever it is. It's the rarest blue sapphire you ever find. It's only in one place in this world, is in Tanzania. We have every resources you can think about. We have. You know what we don't have? We don't have the machine to refine those products and sell it to the rest of the world. Name it. Oil was the same thing. Nigeria, we have abundance of oil. But what do we have? We have the most greediest set of people you can find on the planet of this earth. Because they rather do deal that will benefit their own pocket rather than the citizens of the people who actually owns the same land and their home. Because they want to make this money. They want to chop this money. Chop. Money. And the money is not that. It's not like buying the most expensive thing and whatever it is. No, it's not enough. 2 days ago, I showed a video of the German chancellor. He went to China. He saw robot turning themselves to Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The guy was like, holy shit. He went back to Germany. We need to get better. I said, yeah, that is a man that goes somewhere and sees something that is more improved than his environment. It went back. We have to be better. But African leaders,
emotional damage.
African leaders, good Lord have mercy. They've been going overseas for like forever. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it publicly. I ain't shy to say it. As a Nigerian citizen, all my life living in Nigeria before I left, we've never had 24 hours electricity. Let me say it again. We've never had 24 hours electricity in Africa. There are very few countries we do. Nigeria specifically, we never did. Since 1990 till today, every leadership, every leadership we ever had, they've always promised electricity. They've borrowed an approximately between $120 to $300 billion promising electricity. Till today, the country doesn't have 24 hours electricity. Why? They all come with the right intention. They all use the right same old thing. It's the same playbook. The same playbook they use in Africa, they use the same playbook in Western society. It's the same thing. It's just promise with the anticipation that we're going to complete it, but they never do. They keep squeezing you. They squeeze money out of you. Because this whole thing, again, is going to... No, I am telling you, there is no 24 hours electricity in Nigeria. There is not. Go Google it. Put it on ChatGPT or whatever you want to call it. If I'm lying. There is no constant 24 unfiltered electricity in Nigeria. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. It doesn't throughout the entire fucking country. Even sometimes, Aso Rock, the light would just go off. I'm not lying. Why? Because of greed. Greed. The greediness in our world today, it's beyond comprehension. You understand? The level of greediness that it is, it goes beyond you just acquiring wealth. It goes to the point whereby you start thinking dominance. Greed has influenced a lot of people to become very dominant because they always want more. you're never going to be content. This is why many of all these rich bastards, they always die miserably. They never die properly. Nobody gives a shit about them when they die. Nobody cares. All these rich bastards, all the richest guys, you're going to die one day. And like I said the other day, better build your casket to be as long as River Niger and put all the money that you have, put it inside and cover it. When you die, they should bury the money with you. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Any money for infrastructure gets fucked. Oh, you damn skippy, bro. Yeah. Every money, there's only one person that is doing a little change in Africa. Adam Traore. But what does the Western established propaganda? They started creating fake news now. Like Trump say, fake news. Yeah, they do a lot of fake news. Saying that the guy has been unaliving a lot of people. It's a lie. BBC, CNN, it's a lie. What's that? Daily Times, it's a lie. He doesn't kill anybody. Yeah, it's a lie. Don't bring your stupid propaganda again. We don't want you in Africa no more. We don't want you. You're full of lies. It's only them that do deals. They'll put one hand behind their back. They say, you sign this. Yeah, they'll put all kind of stupid clause in the deal. I beg come up for you. This is a lie. The Western society doesn't do deal with integrity. They do deals with a chance that they could get a leverage over you. It's always about leverage for them. It's never about doing deals and the genuine respect of doing business deal that everybody can have a win-win situation. Nah, they're looking for edge. Their business deal is about getting edge. You understand? The business deal is about getting the edge. When they get edge over you, that's when they want to do business. They always want to have favorable terms. So that's why Trump can tell Iran that because they don't want to do this, we're going to close the road. So I just want to ask though, if Trump goes away and close the Strait of Hormuz or whatever you want to call it, so what are we supposed to do again? I just want to know. So let me show you something that some of you didn't see. This is the latest.
Just before President Trump posted about his supposed negotiations with Iran on Monday, traders made hundreds of millions of dollars of extra bets on oil futures.
Look at this. 15 minutes before that Donald Trump post, there was a very big amount of trading volume. Very big.
Listen, this is called insider trading. It is illegal.
This looks like corruption of the very worst kind. Does the Prime Minister share my fear that Trump is making his war decisions based on what enriches himself and his friends rather than what makes peace in the Middle East?
And that's the thing. They're doing inside trading, not even just inside trading. They're doing inside trading with the lives of the citizen. Think about it. They have information whereby it's better for them to make money than from one child to lose his life, or one woman to lose her life, or one man to lose his life. They will rather trade you. They will trade you for money real quick. These are the guys that you want me to believe that they have my best interest at heart. These ones. These guys are the ones I should believe that they're very intelligent because they went to fucking college Kundala. And they fucking educated because they can speak with their head rolling on like an Indian bubble. These are the ones that you want me to believe on? These ones? And what do you do about this? Nothing. You're just going to take it in the chin. Yeah, they'll pass the law. I said, go and put food in the house. We all need to universally come to a conclusion and say, fuck it. What's going to happen is that on so day, June 1st, 2026, nobody goes to work for the next 6 weeks until they change all this law and policy that they should change everything. They should change the law and change everything. That until we squeeze their nuts, nothing is going to change. Pause. No Didi. But I'm telling you the truth. Nothing is going to change. You got to understand, once there's crisis like this, not only that a lot of people make money from it, but it creates an environment whereby people start using this as an excuse to implement a lot of things they've always wanted to do. Now they're just looking for a crack in some global situation for them to justify the implementation. We're going to introduce this. Go and look most places in the world now. They're going to start passing all kind of new laws now. New constitution, new regulation that is going to justify this, justify that, to justify this. And now you're cooked. Yeah. The bottom line is that you have to work more. You need to put more effort. We need more tax from you. You need to pay more tax. Someone says Scotland is going to take over. Bro, I'm telling you, the day Scotland takes over UK, I swear to God, I'll move there, actually. Scotland take over UK. Bro, please. Not happening, man. The bottom line is that until we get to the point to realize that these people that we think are leaders, they are the most corrupt individuals on the planet of this earth, because they have access to the best technology. They have access to the best information. They get straight details about daily statistics about what's going on in the world. Go and look at it. All these politicians, they have all kind of crazy portfolios. For some reason, when you get into the thing, you doesn't know nothing, and before you know, your wallet is really big. Huh? Someone asking, what about politics in Nigeria? I mean, I stopped following Nigerian politics. I've said about what I was going to say about Nigeria. Nigeria, this is what needs to change with Nigeria. If I quickly need to say that, why don't you go back to Utopia in Africa? Why do you live in the great? Oh yeah, I know. Some idiot right there. Your father can go and explain that to your father. Don't ask me that stupid question. Policy in Nigeria. The Nigerian policy is that we need to completely do what Burkina Faso did. We don't want the Western politics and the constitution. We don't need it. We don't. No, we need to build a constitution based on the citizens and Africans. That's what Africans need. It's not about not doing business, not doing deal. We need constitution for the benefit of the Nigerian citizen. Like Americans said, America's forced. America's forced. Everything for the benefit of America, so as in Africa. So which means that whatever has been going on, we don't want the Western ideology. We want to implement our constitution that benefit the African citizen. That's what we need. If we can get that across the board in Africa, it's not even close. You just said that thing, I'll employ you. All right? Because let me say something that might be very uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear. Imagine that Africa as a nation, I know Gaddafi wanted to do it before, was that we combine all our natural resources. When I did the estimation, we have valued about 38 to about $40 trillion in if you combine all our natural resources together to create one currency. So America is going to be a beach. Even China will be a beach. But unfortunately, we are so disorganized, disunited by because they created a system like that. So that's why we're still fighting that battle. We're fighting within ourselves because they've implemented the concept of greed into our leaders too. So the leaders, you gotta see how moronic it is. African leaders will travel overseas to go get medical check. But they didn't build the best hospitals at home for them to do the medical check at home. They'll go to the West. They will take the money out of the land. They will take it overseas to go buy some expensive properties over there. But they don't think about how I can improve my currency in my own land so I can keep the value here. Because the bottom line is that you're going to die. Let's call it what it is. You are going to die someday. And what you leave behind is what people are going to remember. So the memory, your legacy, is going to be fucking always tarnished. So all these leaders, I don't have no sympathy for them. They are crooks as they come. All of them, you see them, all these suits, all this nonsense. They are all the same thing. They are birds of the same feather. It just depends on wherever it's landing. Today might be your turn. Tomorrow, I promise you, it's going to be someone else's turn. That's how it's always been. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this is the new news that is that's been going on. It's been traveling around a little bit. Let me give it to you in a nutshell. Listen by yourself.
First Lady Melania Trump's bestie of 20 years, Amanda Ungaro, is unleashing holy hell on X, and with good reason. Here's how it started, and here's how it's going. Stick around. Let me tell you something. There is no place more dangerous in this world than the space between a mother and her child. And to quote Bob Dylan, when you got nothing to lose. So yesterday, the First Lady gave a desperate live statement from the White House Grand Foyer. She was visibly shaking as she denied her links to Jeffrey Epstein. Why out of the blue? Because Amanda Ungaro spent 20 years in Melania's inner circle. A woman who was even a UN ambassador is currently threatening to torch the entire administration from an iPhone in Brazil. Amanda Ungaro was there for it all. The Mar-a-Lago New Year's parties, the inauguration, the private UN galas. She was the partner of Paolo Zampoli, the man who literally introduced Donald Trump to Melania. They met when she was just a teenager and he was 32. But when the relationship went south after 2 decades, Zampoli didn't just call a lawyer for custody. He weaponized the full force of the federal government against the woman he called his wife for 19 years to win a custody battle over their American-born teenage son, Giovanni Zampoli. Paolo allegedly coordinated a hit with a high-ranking ICE official named David Venturella and his fellow Kennedy Center board member, Pam Bondi. The result, Amanda was arrested in Miami on a manufactured charge involving a single photo of her hand resting on a laser machine. She was held in ICE detention for 3 months, then deported to Brazil without trial. He kept his seat on the board next to Pam Bondi. He kept his title as presidential special envoy. But then he went too far. A Brazilian court ordered the child returned to his mother, and in total defiance of international law and a direct court order, Paolo Zampoli reportedly snatched the boy from Brazil and fled the country. Amanda has now filed a formal kidnapping complaint. She has nothing left to lose. Amanda is on X right now, posting at Melania saying, "I will take legal action against you and your PDF file husband." She says that she was put on the Jeffrey Epstein plane for the first time when she was 16 years old. Her agent back then? Jean-Luc Brunel, the same guy I mentioned in the Brett Ratner video, the man who co-ran Epstein's modeling agency and then offed himself in a French prison before he could testify. Sound familiar? Amanda says she has all the receipts, photos, physical abuse, proof of millions in insurance fraud, evidence of government bribery. My question is Amanda Ungaro's silence for sale, or will she choose justice over her own personal interest? She's telling the First Lady to shut her mouth because she's about to expose everyone. This isn't a custody battle anymore. It's a thermonuclear threat. So, do you think the truth is finally coming out, or do you think it's another nothing burger? Like, subscribe, and comment below.
Please go and give this guy a follow. As you can see, his social media. Please go and give him a follow, because I like to give credit to content creators. So I was wondering, it's like, why is Madame Melania coming out and speaking a lot of words? And this makes a lot of sense now. So there was cracks in the... All of this is allegedly. Allegedly. I'm not confirmed, not denying. Yeah, brother, when Scotland is ready to take over, let me know. I'll come and celebrate with you. Melanie, I was wondering, why is she in the news? She hardly ever make any statement. But some of you might not know. She made a statement a couple of days ago, and listen.
I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump.
First Lady Melania Trump just completely undercut her husband and his top lieutenant's effort to turn the page from Jeffrey Epstein with this extraordinary public statement at the White House. She called for transparency and public hearings for survivors of his abuse and sought to distance herself from the convicted sex offender.
I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors.
She also said she has never been friends with Epstein, but acknowledged they ran in similar social circles. And she sought to downplay a friendly email exchange with Ghislaine Maxwell that the First Lady had signed Love Melania, with Maxwell calling her Sweet Pea. Trump called it a casual correspondence. This remarkable statement reignites momentum and public conversation on Epstein, and it comes as the president and former Attorney General Pamela Bondi have actively sought to tamp down discussion on this issue.
The survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize.
You know, when Epstein was alive, nobody cared about him. I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else.
So the biggest question is why now? It is extremely rare for the First Lady to speak publicly in this kind of a setting, and she had actually ignored a question on this issue in the past.
There was a call from any Epstein survivors to have Ghislaine Maxwell moved to a high security.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
We are here celebrating the release and the life of those two incredible people, so let's honor that.
One source familiar with the matter tells me the West Wing was aware the First Lady was going to make a statement. What's unclear is whether they knew this was coming.
Yeah, little by little, we will get there. You thought I was gone. No, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Let's get back to it. I say a lot of things. You know, we have some, like Trump would say, fake news, fake news. There's some bots in the chat trying to, yeah. All I know is that this Epstein situation made me realize something. You have a price. And like I said, when I did this video, people were surprised that I went to a different route. This is not just pointing that they buy the whatever it is. You have a price. And you have a price because that as soon as they pay you that price, you turn your blind eye on a lot of horrible things. You understand? This is what happens every day. You turn a blind eye to it because you know, it's nothing to do with me. You know, what can I say? It's nothing to do with me, so you turn your blind eye on it. That's why there's no good. I'm telling you, the day this shit is gonna hit the fence, I don't think we are ready. Sometimes your favorite person that you least expect is gonna be compromised. It's gonna happen. It's not if, it's when. It's gonna happen because do you think he's dead? Do you think she's in jail? Who are they? We're talking about world leaders here. A time the most richest man on the planet of this earth was there. Some of the more well-recognized people on the planet of this earth is there. Yeah, we're fucked. Excuse my French. Oh yeah, man. Even Didi cannot pass the dildo around. Excuse my French. Pause. There is some next level fuckery shit. But they're what leaders. We have to show them respect. We're showing people respect that they don't even respect you. In fact, they don't see you as a human being. You're just a tool that whenever they want to amuse themselves, yeah, gets me one of those things from those agency, and you understand. Because the thing is that the bottom line is we're gonna get to a point that the day that all these things is gonna come out, you're gonna be amazed. And many of them will be on a life by then because you know that's when they're gonna release it. You understand? No, I don't think people are really surprised they're corrupt. Is that people expecting them to be decent. Alright? Corrupt is one thing. Decent human being is another thing. These people, they're not decent. Because you see them all dressed up, having the best makeups and you know the best clothes, looking all put together. They're not decent people. I have a friend who told me one thing one time and it really amazed me. He said if you want to know what doctors do for them to even do their job, say you'd be amazed. See, many doctors out there, they're junkies. Many nurses out there, they're junkies. Because they have to take a lot of substance for them to keep going. Yeah, that is not a third knowledge. That's a false knowledge. They start out from when they're still in school. They've been, yeah, then we're going to slice the turkey up. Yeah, that's the shit that's been going on for a while. Many of them, all this is why I've said this buoyantly, and this is without no easy. Huh? The biggest crooks we have in this world, they're not just only the guys that walk around with knife or the guy that, have pew in their hand constantly. No. These guys, they're just as fast. Do you know what's the most dangerous weapon on the planet of this earth is? It is not the nuclear weapon. No. It sounds really crazy, right? The nuclear weapon is not the most dangerous weapon on the planet of this earth. The most dangerous weapon we have on the planet of this earth, it's a paper and a pen. A piece of paper and a pen is the most dangerous weapon we have on the planet of this earth. Because according to every constitution and every law, once you sign that deal, you need to go by it. Someone say humans. Absolutely, it's humans. But we need a tool. That tool is the weapon. The most dangerous weapon on the planet of this earth. It's a pen and a piece of paper. Because once you sign it, geez, you're cooked. And if you don't sign it, you're cooked. It's like somebody said, I'm going to give you water. Then they will hold the cutlass on your neck at the same time. Say, if you drink it, I'll chop you off. And if you don't drink it, I'll chop you off. What choice do you have? Well, that's all I got this morning. Yeah, I have a day job. But thank you for all the people who listen to my rant. Thank you. I appreciate all the likes, all the support. I'll be here again tomorrow. Let's hope that this is the end of it. But Trump said he wants to close the gate of Hormuz. And if he closes it, good Lord have mercy. It's like we can't get a break. I woke up this morning now I'm dealing with these shenanigans now. Now petrol is at $3 something here in Australia. What is going to happen now? Huh? For those who are just coming in, watch your Uncle Trump.
A statement this morning, President Trump said the U.S. Navy would be blockading the Strait of Hormuz and reflecting on yesterday's talks. He said, quote, "So there you have it. The meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. Effective immediately, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. I have also instructed our Navy to seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. No one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas," end quote. Which is kind of weird because a couple of days ago when Iran suggested that it was going to put a toll on everything going through the Strait of Hormuz, Donald Trump literally said they should do it as a joint venture with America. Both countries should get together and charge tolls, which would be illegal under international law. So now if you paid a toll, you're in big trouble from the Americans.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I don't know. But this is what I woke up to here in Australia this morning, that they're going to close the road now. So your fertilizer that you use to plant your crops, those fake crops that they do for you in your restaurants, in your department store, your supermarket, your fertilizer is not going to come. Your fertilizer will go up. So cost of living, up. Petrol, up. Now, whatever you have in your house, I'm telling you, go and better get Ozempic. Olympic. Get yourself Olympic or Ozempic or Mandero or whatever. Start swallowing it because you're going to be hungry like a mother sucker. Yeah. That is what they woke up to this morning. It's like they're playing Pokemon with our lives. Monopoly. Today I'll buy, I'll sell. Tomorrow I'll buy again, I'll keep. They're fingering our brain constantly every day. Overstimulating us like a dildo. Pause. No diddy. This is what we're going with every day. Tomorrow now, I don't know exactly what to expect. And yet there's some bastards out there. They're making billions of dollars from this unfortunate situation. Why the rest of us, we're whinging, we're crying. Oh, price is so high. Oh, yeah. They don't care. They're making billions. Because there's some people, the opportunities, they can't wait to smell some crisis somewhere. That's where they make money. And yet, we have the leader of so-called free world, allegedly, he's in his feelings a lot. You understand? Oh, I said it. The biggest problem we have in this world is never been that. See, let's put down the fugazi for a second. No fugazi. We are evil as creatures. The difference between good and evil is like this. You have to, every blessed morning, you have to get up and say, okay, I want to make sure that I do something that is going to uplift someone. There is a conscious choice that you need to take every day. Now, and there's a lot of people, they're complete opposite. When they wake up, they don't give a shit. I want to make it. If I have to chop somebody down, I'll chop somebody down. As long as I get what I want, that's all I care about. There are people like that. So it's every day we're fighting between good and evil. And what is good and evil? They're the same coin. It just depends on which one you want to exercise. You understand? And one of the things that I used to rant about is all these educated mumbo jumbos. I went to university, so that's why I can talk about it. Man, shut the fuck up. Anytime I see all these educated idiots, it fucking irritates me because many of them, they have no social skills at all. They have no fucking idea what's going on in the real world. They just want to quote whatever they read in some dictionary and book that was written by somebody who used to own slaves. And I beg, let's even forget that one. Conversation for another day. But unfortunately, this is where we're at in the world. Uncle Trump woke up this morning and decided that he's going to close the road. So no more petrol, no more diesel, no more fertilizer, no more trading things back and forth. So we're back to square one again. At the start of the war is over. Then the war started again. Then the war is over. He's like, every day there's always a new variation to it. And yet, if you go and check the people that trade, they're making a lot of money. And whatever is in their castle, they're making a lot of money. And you and I, we're getting cooked. In America, I think I said some of the fastest was, it's like $20 or something. Yeah, in Australia, I think it's about $20 or $25 minimum wage. In America, it's about some places have $7 an hour. No. Pause. Even combine it to Australian currency, that's about maybe $10 or $12. $12 an hour? Shit.
Emotional damage.
I see why Americans are very emotional damage now. It makes a lot of sense. $13 an hour? Wait, hold on a second. Let me check it for a second. So $7. Oh, you guys are making $10 an hour. Please, I want some. If you're an American in this live stream, please let me know. How much do you get paid per hour? I do want to know. Please, I'm sorry. This has to be some fucking joke. Please, if you're an American, if you're watching this live stream, can you put in the comment section right now? Let me know. How much do you guys make per hour? This has to be a joke. This needs to. Someone say 35. Okay, making $35 an hour. Let's check that. How much is that? Okay, that's okay. I need two more. So please, I need one or two more. $35 an hour. Yeah. What's your job? Let's know your job first. You get 20 per hour. How do you know I get $20 per hour? How do you know? It's okay. It's just one of those trolls. Moving on. Your father is not paying me, so you don't know how much I'm getting per hour. But thank you for being honest with me. $35 an hour. I don't know. Maybe you work for the cartel or something. Probably. Nobody's making. There are few industries that's paying you $35 American. Exactly. There are very few places that's paying $35 an hour. You have to be a nurse or something a little bit higher than that. And I'm even complaining. Go and check the UK. The UK is next level, man. UK. Slavery on a steroid. Nurses in UK, the average salary is about 28 to 30,000 pounds. Talking about working for free. Yeah, man. All these civilized, all these Western society, you guys need to reboot your system. Your system is not functioning properly at all. And that's why there's always going to uproar. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to say, fuck that. We're going to start burning things down. We're going to start destroying things down. And you think those people, they're mentally cooked. When you're daily stressed constantly every day. When you're stressed every day, what do you expect? People are going to, flip it around. So, well, I said what I said. If what I said hurt your feelings, thank you, congratulations, you're a human being. If I hurt your feelings right now, well done. I'm reading the comments. Somebody said I love America. No, I don't love. If you know me very well, I'm not a big fan of the place at all. I have no problem with Americans. Their culture, nah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the culture at all. Not even one bit. I watch their NBA. I watch their NFL. Some of the TV shows. Anything after that, their culture, not a fan at all. So you can sit on that one. You make 25 pounds an hour. That's good. Good for you. In America, they make $9. Holy shit. $9 an hour. Man, talking about working a slavery job. Shit. I actually feel sorry for them now. Hell no. But hey, it is what it is. I said what I said. I mean what I said. I'm what they call it Decipher. I like to see through the bullshit. So please do me a favor. I know many of you gonna hate me. It's all right. I welcome it. That's what called balance. You don't have to like me. I don't want you to like me at all. Don't like me. I don't want you to like me. But I want you to listen to me. Don't like me, but subscribe. Yeah? Keep tapping the thing. Subscribe. Share the link. I don't cut my videos anymore. I just do live streams alone. You catch me, you catch me. Don't catch me, you miss me. Like I always say, thinking is not illegal. Thinking is not illegal. You can be in your feelings. You can not like what I'm saying, but I'm not lying, am I?
Criso.